Hi everyone, Pam Madrid here, your friendly volunteer coordinator for the Las Vegas Challenge. I am thrilled to see everyone in just a few days, so I hope you're as excited as I am. I wanted to make sure you had some information that you'll need while you're on property. So take a moment to listen, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and we'll get you squared away. So yeah, let's jump in. Arriving to Wild Horse. So volunteer check-in is going to start this Saturday, February 18th at 9 a.m. in the banquet room. And you're just going to come and find me. I'll make sure to give you shirts, all the good stuff, all the things, right? All the information you'll need. But most importantly, I'll be giving you a parking badge and a pass, why did I forget the name all of a sudden? It's because I'm recording this. So it's the parking pass and the badge. You'll want to get both of those and don't lose them, okay? If you're not going to be there on Saturday, no big deal. If you're going to arrive later in the week, that's totally cool. Just come to the banquet room once you've arrived and ask for me, Pam, and we'll get you hooked up. You are allowed to park in the main lot of Wild Horse. So just try to carpool as much as you can. And yeah, just be prepared for tight parking. It's always going to be tight, but we do get to park there. If you arrive Monday the 20th or later, you will have to have a parking pass to park on property. So just let the attendants know that you're a volunteer there for check-in, and they'll let you come in and check in, and we'll make sure you have everything that you need. Everything volunteer related is going to be happening from the banquet room. So if you're ever in need, come to the Wild Horse banquet room, which is on the second floor of the clubhouse. Course setup is going to start this Saturday as well. We are going to be staging all of that from the banquet room. It is going to start with a 7 a.m. early bird crew. This crew is really going to meet in the banquet room and start with asset assembly, like T signs. If you've been here in the past, you know that we have the metal stands and we're just getting them put together as quickly as possible. Please, we ask so kindly that you don't head out onto any of the courses until the TDs specifically say so. I'm going to show you like what really has to happen. And so we want to make sure that as much as we can, it happens in that order so that we work as efficiently as possible. At 10:30, individuals supporting with course setup, things like doing the whiskers at the 5, 20, 10 and 20 meters around the basket, laying OB ropes, things of that nature. That's going to start at 10:30. And you're going to need to be in the banquet room for just a brief meeting and for your team assignment for that activity. Sunday, we're going to start with a 7 a.m. early bird crew as well. And we're going to meet in the banquet room to review the day's greatest needs, see what's up, where did we leave off, and you'll get your team assignment for that day. If you can't make it at 7 a.m., not a big deal. 10:30, we're going to give you part 2, and we'll get you out on a team. And we really could use as many hands that we can get. So please come on out. We really are trying to get all 3 courses ready to go by Sunday night. So that's where we are on that. As far as what has to happen, so asset assembly is really a huge thing because we have so many signs. So that's why it's going to start at 7 a.m. on Saturday. Also, that's going to give the tournament, the TDs of the 3 courses time to set the baskets on the course before any other setup begins. Those baskets have to be set before we can do anything else. So please be patient on that. And only the TDs are going to do that because it's their courses, it's their babies. And they know exactly where things should go. After they come back and they let us know that's been done, we're going to have a deployment of 3 teams per course. There's going to be a whiskers team that's going to set those at 5, 10, and 20 meters around the basket. We'd love to get 1 team at least per course. We have greens and sand traps that we need to put rope down for. And we, at that point, we're going to get teams going on that. And then TDs are going to jump in with the crew to do the fairways and the water OB lines to hopefully limit any mislaid rope. So that's the thought process there. We are also hoping to provide a small contingency to the Disc Golf Pro Tour, ideally anywhere from 4 to 6 to help with their assets. We are flexible there, so meaning once they get their ball rolling, we'll be glad to jump in. So that's kind of where we are. And then ultimately, we've got to get flags on top of the baskets. That's really a 2-person team. And we'd love to get one per course, but that's a Sunday activity. That's not our first focus is getting the baskets set and getting those teams deployed for whiskers, greens, traps, fairways, and water. That's our first go-to on that. So you'll most likely be on a team, one of those. So we hope to see you Saturday, and Sunday we'll just pick up where we left off. So while you're on property, we just ask that you wear your volunteer shirt and your badge. And we ask that you just be at wherever you said you're going to be there at the time you said you're going to be there. And it's pretty much like that. So if you're not sure where you're supposed to be, communicate. That leads to number 3, communicate with your leads. If you have questions, you can always ask me. There are a lot of moving parts. But when it comes to volunteers, I'm happy to help you find where you're supposed to be and at the time you're supposed to be there. And then just remember, while we're on property, that we represent the tournament. We represent our sponsors. We represent the facility. And we really do take a lot of pride in that. So we just ask that while we know you're volunteering, we want you to have so much fun, just use discretion. And just remember that it's about the we and not always just about the me. And so, yeah, if you need me to elaborate on that, feel free to come see me. But we want everyone to have fun. And but while you're working, we ask that you we use discretion. After your time of volunteering, please live your best life, right? Live your best life. So, but maybe at that point, you don't have a volunteer shirt on and running around making a scene. Maybe that's not the way to go there, but yeah, do you, right? We want you to have fun. But yeah, if that really confuses you, come see me. We'll talk more. So what is the communication system? For volunteers, and I'm really thinking about this communication system through the perspective of a volunteer versus, say, a vendor or a sponsor or some other individual on property. I'm really thinking about who would a volunteer need to communicate with. And you could always start with me. I'm Pam Madrid. There's my phone number. You're going to also get a communication card when you check in with me. And that communication card will have my number, Emily's number, you'll see there, and Steve Berger's number. Those are our volunteer team, and they really do know a lot of answers to things. And Jessica and Scott, our tournament directors, they love us. They really do. They're so appreciative of us, but they're probably not going to be your first phone call. So think the 3 numbers there. You're going to get some other numbers that will be helpful for you because it really is a priority for you to feel supported while you're on property. We want you to feel really good. We want you to sparkle heart. I don't just say it, I mean it. So if at any point you're I don't know who to talk to, call me. I don't have my phone, not with me for the 10 days of summer camp. So please. Parking and badges. So full-time volunteers, those are friends that are putting in 30 hours or more. We'll have access to the main parking lot at Wild Horse. If you are a part-time volunteer or a UDIS scorer, you will park in the satellite lot, which is located at the Whitney Ranch Aquatic Center, and you will access the shuttle. Please consider that when you're coming onto property, right? Consider the time you'll need to park, get on the shuttle, get to where you need to get, all of the things, right? Again, carpool when you can. So if you know a full-time volunteer, go ahead and carpool in with them. That would be even better. And then if you are parking in the Elite, where the main parking lot is in Wild Horse, you will need to hang your badge from the rear view. You will need to put your phone number on the badge. Why? Because every year it never fails. Someone will get blocked in. We can't find the person. It just happens. So help us out and do those things. If you are not, you will be towed. It's harsh, but it's just like that. We love you. That's said with love. That's said with love. We'll tell you with love. With love. Moving on. Food policy. In the days leading up to tournament play, so that's February 18th through the 22nd, those are our setup days. You're going to receive 2 meals per day through Wild Horse by ordering from the bar upstairs in the clubhouse, okay? Excellent pancakes. Excellent. The breakfast burrito, also really good. I'm actually a breakfast person, but you know what? They have great fries. It's just a lot of good things going on. You should show your volunteer badge to get those things. And this does not include alcohol, friends, so consider that. However, we are hoping that at the end of your shifts, we are able to provide you with an adult beverage. So please, if we'll keep you posted on that. But right now, we're not including alcohol in the food policy. During the tournament, that's February 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, Thursday through Sunday, you're going to receive one meal through Wild Horse by ordering at the bar upstairs in the clubhouse. And then your lunch is going to be through Adam Hernandez and Company. Adam is an Innova ambassador out of Austin, and we are so thankful that he stepped up and said, hey, I'd love to cook for your volunteers. And we said, hey, okay, yes, please. And he's going to be set up. If you've been to Wild Horse in the back of house, there's like a parking lot that is you know what? When you get there, we'll show you. It's not even worth. It's fine. It's all fine. There's going to be plenty of snacks too. So the idea here is that, like, say you're a spotter, then you're going to get a breakfast meal right at the clubhouse, and then we're going to run your lunch out to you at the lunchtime. But let's say you don't want to do that. You're not a breakfast person, but you eat Adam's lunch and then you want another meal when you come in. That's fine. You can use your one Wild Horse meal for breakfast or like a late lunch dinner, but you're going to get a lunch meal through Adam Hernandez. We ask that volunteers don't order their lunches through the Wild Horse bar Thursday through Sunday. It is hectic on those days. And with an influx of spectators, which is a great thing, and so many players, it's just a lot going on for their bar staff. And then we want to make sure you, the volunteer, get what you want, right? We want you sparkling so hard. So we don't really want you to have to wait either. So that's the thought process behind it. If you have questions, let us know. All of this can be accessed by coming in through the banquet room. So always the banquet room. Spotting guidelines. If you haven't checked out the spotter video, it's going to be included in the email following up with this video as well. You're going to have a spotter crew lead. So Rich Hernandez does that for Innova, and Carrie Trotter and Corey Taylor are going to be on Infinite and Millennium because they intertwine so much. What do your spotter crew captains really do? They're going to check in with you each morning, and they're going to provide you with lunch each day and an opportunity for a break if so desired. Spotters go either way. Last year, people didn't really want breaks, but years before they did. So we want you to be supported in whatever that looks like for you. But your spotter crew captains are going to be your first point of contact. And we encourage our spotters to eat breakfast before your shift and then take snacks with you. And then you want to plan for 7 hours of disc golf fun. I mean, it is fun times. You can eat when your shift is over. And then what does it say underneath my head down here? Watch the spotter video. I already said that. So it's going to be in the video. Make sure you watch it. Enjoying yourself. If you need a break, just communicate with your lead. If you're like, who's my lead? Just call me, Pam. Volunteers are allowed to play anytime on any course, only on Tuesday, February 21st. If you are not actively volunteering during the actual event and have checked in with your lead, feel free to go spectate and enjoy your experience. There's going to be so much going on, and we want you to have a great time. And then if you are a player in the tournament and also a volunteer, just check in with myself or Steve Berger before or after your rounds, just depending on like your job. So if you play in the morning and then you're going to walk the MPO card in the afternoon, great. Then you're going to come see me after your rounds. If you play in the afternoon and you're going to help me in the morning, then that's great. You're going to come see me in the morning. So we'll talk. If you're not sure what you're doing, again, come see me. We'll talk. Saturday is our official Throw Pink day at the tournament. So please, if you have any Throw Pink gear, wear it, sport it, hats, socks. I just got a sweatshirt. I can't wear hats. My head is really big, but it is what it is. I digress. But anyway, Throw Pink. So who are some people? Oh, go back. Oh, no. There's just so many people you got to see. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, you just saw like the whole deck. Okay, get your life together. Okay, there we go. Okay, y'all. Jessica Jaqua and Scott Merritt are officially your tournament directors. Okay. You will see Jeff Jaqua around as well, and he can always answer questions. But Jessica and Scott are your official tournament directors. I am Pam Madrid, and I am your volunteer coordinator. Along with Emily Stage and Steve Berger, we make up the volunteer team. And Emily also serves as our social media. So while you're on property, any of us are great people to ask questions, and we'd be happy to help you. While you're on property, you might also see Kimberly Disco and Eddie Gomez. They are our UDisc contact. So if you're if someone's a UDisc scorer, they're going to work with Kimberly and Eddie. And they also do our vendor relations. So you're going to see them in a lot of capacities, and they're happy to help. They know a lot of answers to things too. So make sure if you see them, you say hi. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. If you are a spotter, you're also going to know these fine gentlemen. You have Rich Hernandez, who's taking over Innova. You'll have Carrie Trotter and Corey Taylor working with you on Infinite and Millennium. And really, they could go all three, but the leads specifically for each of those courses. And they're great guys to ask. So even if you're a spotter on Innova, you could ask Carrie or Corey. And if you're a spotter on Millennium, you could ask Rich. But just so you know, we try to create so they know who to check in with each day and that of that nature. But they're going to be great points of contact for you as a spotter. And if you're not a spotter and just a general volunteer, if you see these guys, they know a lot of answers too. So again, we want you to feel supported in being on property and enjoying your time at the tournament and as a volunteer. We want to also just say thank you to Wild Horse Golf Club, because they are an excellent facility that has just really given us a home, and we love them to pieces. We wouldn't be where we are today without the support of them. And even before Wild Horse, we wouldn't be anywhere near working with Wild Horse if it wasn't for Innova Champion Disc. So honestly, they're our title sponsor. They're the reason we exist. And so big shout out to the best manufacturer in the company, right? In the business, right? Let's just call a spade a spade. Anyway, and then ultimately, thank you, because without you as the volunteers, we would be nowhere. We would have nothing. And that is true story. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We cannot wait to see you. A couple of things. The volunteer dinner is Tuesday, February, what would that be? 2021st at 6 p.m. in the banquet room. Bring cash money, because you're going to have a chance to buy some really awesome discs, and we're going to feed you. So, and there may or may not be some entertainment. And no, it's not Jeff Jaqua singing. So if that, well, maybe that could disappoint you. I don't know. Maybe it is Jeff Jaqua singing. Maybe he's going to be a fiddler. I don't know. Anyway, we look forward to seeing you soon, and take care. Be safe travels, all of the things. And again, if you need anything, please let me know.